And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the stock market is back in the green, and we got to break down what the heck is going on so far today. Stocks I'm looking at, we'll talk a little bit about what I'm doing, but before we do that, make sure to get your free money from Moomoo, up to 6 free stocks, each of which could be valued all the way up to $3,500. All you have to do is use my link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get your free money. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So like I said, guys, the markets are bouncing back in a major way today, and I'm not talking about a 0.5% pop, a 0.3% pop, nothing like that. I'm talking about a big move, guys. We're talking the Russell's up over 2% right now, the Nasdaq's up 1.6, the S&P's up 1.2, as the Dow is up about 1.2 as well, and we have the VIX down over 5%. The VIX is almost under 20 again. It's right around 21, and we have gold and silver down a major way. Gold's down 1.5%, and silver's down double that, down about 3%. And we do have about 2.5 hours left in the session, so anything can happen. You guys know power hour between 3 and 4, the last hour of the day. That is typically a very, very, very volatile time period for the markets, and we'll see what does happen leading into power hour and, of course, throughout power hour. But as of now, again, markets are doing very well. We're noticing SPY and Triple Q, both of these guys are breaking out of the 180 SMA on the 20-day chart. You guys can see here, SPY broke above, where was it, 442. Now we're slightly above 443, and Triple Q broke out of, let's take a look here, the 180 SMA is right around 344 roughly, and that is where we are right now, just a little bit above 344. So the fact that we are starting to see some momentum out of these moving averages, that is a good sign, but we're not fully out of the woods. We're not there quite yet, guys, not there quite yet, because we're still trading under the highs from last week. On Triple Q, you guys can see those highs. We're right around 348, and SPY's highs from last week were right around, let's see here, $445 a share. And mind you, that is where we're struggling right now intraday on SPY, right around 445, and Triple Q is struggling, you guessed it, right around 345, right under that big resistance from last week. So we're not out of the woods yet until Triple Q breaks into the 350s, in my opinion, above 348 into the 350s, and SPY's got to break above 445 roughly, and start moving up high 440s, 450s. That's where we could start getting an extended rally, which again, we're not there yet, but we could be getting that, who knows, at some point this week. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Hit the like button, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're almost, guys, almost at 25,000 subscribers, which is a big goal here on YouTube, so make sure you all subscribe. I appreciate it as always. And now let's talk about some stocks. We have 3 stocks to break down in this video, which all 3 of these are doing well today, considering pretty much every dang stock out there, guys, is doing well today. So number 1 is Lululemon, and not to toot my own horn, but did I not call this out? If you guys take a look here on the 4-hour chart, the ascending triangle we called out a couple of videos ago is finally starting to break out. You guys can see we uptrended pretty much since the middle of March. Higher lows were made up until the middle of April, literally right now, and during that time period we were making higher lows. We also saw resistance at about 390. You guys can see that right here, right around 390. Now we're finally above 390. The stock today is up $17, up about 4.5%. And at this point, we're trading at multi-week highs, multi-month highs, and we also are about to break, or actually, we did break earlier in the day the resistance from, when was this? The end of December, early January, right around 405, 410. So if we get a breakout of, let's say, 405, 410 on Lulu, this is going to start flying mid-400s. Now, is it going to start going all-time highs? Sure, it could do that. It might do that, but I'm not 100% banking on that quite yet until we start showing momentum into the mid-400s first. So I'm going to put an alert here at $410 a share. We'll see what it does at that price level, whether we test it today, tomorrow, some point later this week. We got to see what it does at $410. Nike, which is, I guess you could say, a competitor to Lululemon, is also doing well today. Nike's up 4.2%, up over $5.50 at $137 a share is where it's trading at right now. And right off the bat, what I'm noticing on Nike is trading above both moving averages, which is great. We're trading at a multi-week high, or at least the highest we've been at in April, which is good. And now we're almost 2/3 done the month of April, roughly. So Nike's starting to do well. And if I zoom in a bit, we're noticing an inverse head and shoulders playing out. Look at this. We have the left shoulder right here. We have the head right here. I'm going to butcher this, but you guys kind of get it, right? And this is going to complete anywhere from 138 to 140, which is right where we are right now. And if we break above 140, which is where my alert is, I see about a $10 move to the upside coming on Nike. And at that point, we'd be at multi-month highs if we broke out of $140 a share. So watch out for that. Set your alerts, again, from 140 to 150, which 150 was resistance early February. That is where I think Nike could be headed here in the short term. And if you guys hear, you probably can't hear it, but they're cutting trees down out there, literally right next to where I'm filming this. So if you guys hear machinery, chopping, all that craziness, it's pretty loud, but you probably can't hear it. But if you do hear it, just know that is what that is. They're cutting the trees down. Well, not cutting the trees down. They're just trimming the trees because there's some big freaking trees where I live, guys. We're talking, I don't know how tall that is, but it's got to be 50 feet, maybe even more than that. So, yeah, watch out for Nike. Watch out for Lululemon. And the next one here, which is not a competitor to Nike or Lululemon, is American Airlines. And this is another one that we called out, which is why, guys, it is so important for you to subscribe because we call these stocks out all the time. Make sure to subscribe and turn on that bell. Hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already, because we called out AAL just 2-3 days ago, or maybe even yesterday. We called it out very recently. Let's just put it that way. And you guys know, let me know in the comments if you remember. We covered this after we covered Delta Airlines, which reported last week. And mind you, American Airlines reports this week, I believe, maybe tomorrow. No, the next day, the 21st, which is what? Thursday morning is when American Airlines reports. So what we're noticing here is we broke $19. And now we broke $19.50, which I told you guys, if we start breaking $19.50, especially into the 20s, I believe American Airlines is going to fly. No pun intended, guys. No pun intended on that one. So we have earnings in 2 days. And the tricky thing is, guys, me not liking, buying before earnings, gambling, I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to let the stock do what it does, have the company report earnings, and then I'm going to reevaluate, because the last thing I want to do is buy the stock now and maybe all of the earnings hype is already priced in, and then they report earnings and then the stock dumps 10%. That's the last thing I want to get caught in. So for American Airlines, since they report in 2 days, I'm going to be patient, and I do this with every stock that I'm trading in the short term. I don't like buying right before earnings, gambling. I don't like holding short little swing trades through earnings. If it's a couple days, I'm looking to swing trade it. I'm not looking to do that. I used to do that, when I first started trading and getting in the stock market, and I've made videos on this in the past talking to you guys about my biggest mistakes. And let's just say me gambling on earnings, it was simply that. It was a mistake that I had to learn, and that's the reality. If you're a beginner, you're going to have to learn these mistakes the hard way. A lot of times, people don't learn from other people's mistakes, and sometimes I'm like that. I have to learn for myself. I have to touch the stove and lose my real money to actually learn. And I know a lot of you guys are like that as well. If you use paper money or paper trade, it's not the same as you using your real money. So with that being said, I guess I'll wrap it up here. It's about 1:45. Hopefully I can get this video up to you guys by about 2 p.m. on the East Coast after I quickly edit it. So if you all found value, hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment, join my Patreon if you guys want all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. That's linked down below. And don't forget to get your free money for Moo up to 6 free stocks, each of which could be valued all the way up to $3,500. bucks, all you have to do is use my link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/moo, deposit at least 100 bucks, and boom, you get your free money. And with that being said, have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.